Hello everyone, welcome to my review of Transformers Studio Series 86 Commander Class Long Haul Part 2 of the Commander Class set for Studio Series 86 because of the fact that we've already looked at Hook right here. So we will be taking a look right now at Long Haul, the second part, and because of the fact that this guy is in the Commander Class price point, he becomes one of the tenor reviews, which I usually say for bigger figures, which are basically Leader Class onwards. Leader Class is kind of in that middle where it could be either main or big tenor, doesn't matter, but anything above Leader Class price point is going to be a big tenor, that is for sure. And yeah, I will say this guy himself, he does not fill it out, but the set overall is absolutely great. So let's take a look at Long Haul here. Also, the reason that I did it separately was because of the fact that this allows me to take more time with each figure instead of having to cram both of them into one video. So then here we got his head that is kind of, cut in half because of the plate at the back, but still a very nice looking head. He's got basically the vehicle front as his titties with the cap and also the smokestack thingy. He's got the nice black arms right here as well. You'll love to see it. Then after that, he's got a bunch of green here with some details under here as well. And also you got the red here because of color separation, I guess. And then just like I predicted in the open box, here are the feet. Yes, indeed, the feet were indeed on the back of the vehicle mode. And then afterwards on the back here, you got basically nothing. No real kibble. I mean, you got this sticking out. I do kind of wish that these things folded in, but that would have kind of hampered that might have hampered the knee rotation, so I understand why they did it like this. But overall, very nice indeed. Still a chunky boy, though. And no, I'm not grabbing Long Haul from Studio Series, the movies, because of the fact that that guy is, he's a bit tied up. And what I mean by that is the fact that he's with Devastator. However, you will get a little snippet of him because I am planning on using him as size comparison for the eventual review of Studio Series 86 Devastator. But overall, Long Haul looks pretty good. So, what does this big man come with? Starting off, a trailer. Some kind of trailer thingy with a little hook that he can use in order to turn around. But yeah, this does not really, unlike Silverbolt, transform into anything, at least to my knowledge. So I'm not really going to talk about it much outside of this. I'm showing it off. Also, he comes with the two hands that belong to Devastator, which, once again, he's not really able to do much with, sadly enough, because of the fact that, well, I mean, unlike the Combiner Wars one, these don't actually turn into guns. And then also you got this chest thing, which actually has a post here, and he can hold on to for some kind of gun thing if you want to. But I think this is more meant for Devastator's chest with the attachments, obviously, of the wings. But overall, still not a bad looking thing. Here it is. There you go. But what does Long Haul himself actually come with is a gun. Right here we got the gun. Look at the gun. Beautiful gun, beautiful gun. Basically, you got a beautiful gun right there, as you can see. Very nice gun with green that he can hold on to because, of course, he needs a gun in order to shoot Autobots when Devastator isn't around. Devastator can always come to save you. Sometimes you're alone without the boys, and you gotta figure out a way of escape for yourself. But overall, a very nice gun. Kinda wish it was a little bit bigger for Long Haul because he is the bigger guy, technically. I mean, he's the fat guy, okay? He deserves a bigger gun, okay? But whatever, doesn't matter. He's got a nice gun. So, let's get the gun out of here. And then look at the articulation that this guy has. And the head can rotate all the way around, which is very much nice. And then also the arms can rotate around as well. No blockage this time around. He can be like, I'm gonna wind up my punch. And you get in and out as well. And also technically the arm can go down, but that's more for transformation. But it doesn't lock in, which is my real problem. It doesn't lock in, sadly enough. And then the arm is on a ball joint in here, as you can see. So basically you get rotation side to side and up and down. And that's not the up and down that I meant, but up and down. And also the hand can go in, but no hand rotation, sadly enough. Then afterwards, the waist doesn't exist, it seems. It seems like there is no waist for the fat man, sadly enough. But to be honest, what kind of pose is he gonna put himself into outside of an eating pose? The legs can go forward and back, in and out. You get a thigh rotation, a bend at the knee down here, which reveals some nice little detail as well. And then also you have some ankle tilt as well, and the heel can move, but the foot itself cannot move. So overall, not that bad. Why does this go down all the time? But not that bad, but still some annoyances. And I'll chalk those annoyances up to the fact that this man must become Devastator. So that's probably why. So then let's go straight into sets comparison for next, and we will bring in the boys, shall we? So here we got long haul with the boys that I have at the time of recording this, and he looks very nice alongside the boys. This is what I meant, that he is the fat man, even though technically you could say Bone Crusher also is the fat man as well, but he is the fatter man, and he's always kind of the fat man. He's always kind of like the kingpin of the group. But anyway, overall, very nice looking set right here. So then let's bring in the leaders. So then here we have long haul next to Megatron and Starscream, and yes, he is on the smaller side, even though he costs Commander class price point. I know some people are gonna have problems with that, but like I said in the Hook review, it's because of the Devastator components. That is why he became more expensive, because I feel like the Hook and him together could have easily have been leader class price point, but they bumped it up to Commander to bring in the Devastator set as well. But still, looking very nice alongside those two, so they're my favorites. So here we got long haul next to Shockwave and Soundwave, looking very nice alongside them as well. Very nice indeed. So let's get them out of here, pull you in closer, and let's get into that transformation. So let's get long haul transformed, and unlike Hook, this is actually going to be slightly more involved, but not by much. So what you want to start off with is you want to untap this piece here and rotate this whole thing up. We'll come back to this later, don't you worry about that one. Then afterwards, what you want to do is you want to tap the legs together and then untap it from up here. You want to untap it from up here. Also, by the way, if you cheat this by bending it down here as well, you get a double knee bend. I forgot to talk about that, so now I have. But anyway, there you go. You can do this. Also keep these bad boys tapped together, obviously. There we are. Afterwards, what you want to do is a difficult part, but you want to untap. Okay, went easier this time than all the other times I've tried it, but untap the chest here and rotate it up. Then what you want to do, fold in the fists, rotate this like so, rotate it like so, rotate it out like so, and then rotate it down. So just rotate it down and in like so. And then afterwards, what you can do is you can untab it from here. As you can see, there is a tab here that goes in there. So don't bend the elbow. Instead, untab it from up there and rotate this around. This is going to sit in between here. I seem to have been looking in the wrong direction because I was looking here around the fist area, but actually you need the hole up there. So I had to pull out the instructions again, but this purple tab here is going to slide into that slot that I just showed you. So you want to tap that in there, do the same thing on the other side. So tap that bad boy in there, and there we go. The front wheels are done. Then what you want to do, you want to open up the chest here, which also reveals a bunch of details that I'll talk about more later on. Fold in the head as you do. Close this back up because as you can see it does go over the head. Then you can fold this forward and tab it in. Afterwards what you can do is fold in the heels as well. Almost forgot to do that. And then collapse this in on itself. And it'll slide itself into place with these two tabs right here going into the bottom feet. So just tab that whole thing together and then bam boom, look around to see if everything is good. And here we got long haul. I told you it was slightly more than Hook, but not by much. But anyway, here we got long haul in his vehicular move. So here we have the big long haul in vehicular form. And man, does he look good in his vehicle mode. Look at this front. What a powerful front. You got the nice silver here on the sides. You got the vents all over here. Big Decepticon badge. You got like a thingy there, which I don't know what that's supposed to be, but sure, it's there anyway. Don't care. You got the cockpit. Well, the cockpit. You got the front basically right there. Then also you got the pinned wheels. Once again, just like with Hook, pinned wheels. You love to have pinned wheels. Always pinned wheels are great. One little problem that I personally have with this idiot is the fact that this is not, you can't put anything in the bucket. It's a little bit of a shame, I will admit it, but technically also the Studio Series Revenge of the Fallen ones also could not put anything in the bucket, sadly enough, because these are basically his legs just folded up. But it would have been nice if we were able to put stuff in the bucket. Would have been nice. Then this is what he looks like from the back, which looks very empty actually, I will say that, but whatever. And then afterwards here we have the other side. You can see it right there. Also, I'm trying to rush this a little bit because I got a lot of stuff to do, a lot of reviews to record today, and and that is why I'm going a little bit faster than normal. But here we got the opening here, we got the nice red here at the back as well, with the purple as well, very nice. Then at the bottom he looks like this. Oh, hello there. I don't know if you could have rotated the head around, but to be honest, I feel like then it would have been visible right there, so it doesn't really matter. But anyway, there he is, fully transformed, and he looks nice. So then, weapon integration, really only thing I found is right here on the side, because there aren't really any tabs on the gun at all to plug anywhere else. I mean, technically you just leave it right there if you want to, but let's get this out of here, because who really cares about that thing? So then, with that out of the way, outside of, you know, rolling like a beautiful figure. So then, next up, we're gonna be doing some of this. Now, the thing is, I'm not really gonna talk about this because this is Devastator stuff, so I don't care. However, there's something that I care about right now, and that is the fact if you split the back open a little bit, and you take this piece here, and you can see that there are kind of nubs on the sides, you want to get them into the holes on the sides here. So basically, you want to take this, come on, this is annoying to get in there, and then you close the back up here. You can actually tow the back stuff. Very nice indeed. Look at that. Absolutely fantastic. I love the way that this thing can just tow the other stuff. And I don't know if the other stuff can be attached to it as well. I never really looked into it. I know that that might be a little bit blasphemous, but whatever. Don't really care. And because of the turning thing, which is annoying because of attachment, you can actually like turn a little bit with this thing, instead of only having to go straight, which I actually like very much that they included a turning thing here. And they included this into him without really ruining long haul at all, which I like as well. Too bad that Hook, as you can see, cannot tow that thing. Would have been nice if Hook could do it as well, but whatever. Anyway, there you go. He's basically carrying around Devastator bits. So let's untap that, move that off to the side, because we're not talking about that thing anymore until we get the Devastator eventually. So then, with that out of the way, outside of rolling, the only thing we can do is go to SAS comparison. So starting off, let's bring in the boys. So here we have the Constructicons that I have at the time of recording Long Haul's review. And man, do they all look really good. I can't wait for the rest of them. Mixmaster and Scavenger, you cannot come here fast enough. But anyway, I love these guys. They all look really good together. And while I do think it's a bit silly that they have all that green, I will say it does make them feel like a unit. So, I'll allow it. And also, I can't really say anything bad about Devastator or he'll rip my head off. So let's get these guys out of here for the next one. So here we got Megatron and Starscream next to Long Haul. You love to see it. Absolutely great looking. And here we have Long Haul next to Kit from Knight Rider, boys. Looking great as well. And then finally here we got him next to Shockwave and Soundwave. Looking out of scale, but I don't care. It still looks good. So let's pull you in closer and let's get into that reverse transformation. So let's get Long Haul back into his robotic mode. So what you want to start off with is you want to take the legs here and just undo this whole thing and click it into place down here. Split the legs as well, and that's basically it, because these wheels just stick out always. Afterwards, what you can do is you can kind of undo this top piece here, rotate this up a little bit, and also undo the arms from this tab here. Maybe a little bit too high for the camera. Untap the arm. Yeah, sometimes it likes to stick a little bit in. Then rotate the arms off to the side. And then what you can do here is you can basically just take this tab and go in there. So basically just attach this like so. Afterwards, what you want to do is you want to open this up. Very nice detail once again. Haven't talked about that yet. And then with that, you can kind of push out the head. And then after that, you can rotate this down and click it into place. Close this back up. And then rotate the arms so that they are facing the right way. Come in here and rotate out the fist. Come in here, rotate out the fist, like so. And then what you can do is you can collapse this onto here and then collapse this onto the back. And here we have Long Haul back into his robotic mood. So, final thoughts on Long Haul. Also forgot to fold out his heels. Sorry about that one, but here we go. There you go. Now, anyway, final thoughts on him. What do I think about him? I think overall he's a fun figure, especially compared to what I've seen from the original. The original What? The original finger? No. The original figure was a little bit of a letdown, it seemed like, at least from videos that I've seen. But this guy is actually not all that bad. Especially because this guy, does not have a waist rotation. Shut the fuck up, you. But this guy is just a fun guy. Sadly enough, he still does not have the waist rotation. Might have something to do with the combiner, but maybe Hasbro is just using that as an excuse in order to be a little bit cheaper with the Constructicons and not give them waist rotations. Who's to say? But overall, I am a fan of this guy. Now, would I recommend him? Well, he comes in a Commander class set with another figure and also the underpants of Devastator. So yeah, I would. I definitely would recommend him, at least the set, the Commander class set, especially if you're trying to complete Devastator. Big fan of this guy. So that has been my review of Transformers Studio Series 86 Commander class Long Haul. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on that bell and comment your thoughts on this figure. And please check out my Let's Play channel, linked in the description and at the end of the video. I upload 3 videos every day of different games, but mainly Pokemon. And I'll see you guys in the next review. Bye!